What should have been a quiet night in the elite Riverside Hills residential area turned tense when an ambulance siren broke the silence at around 11:17 p.m. local time. The ambulance drove at high speed through the deserted streets and stopped right in front of the luxurious home of renowned actor Xui Kai. What was going on? Why did the ambulance have to come in the middle of the night? This question was soon answered when several eyewitnesses saw Xui Kai's unconscious body being carried into the ambulance in a hurry. "I've never seen a situation like this before," a neighbor who wished to remain anonymous told our reporter. "Xui Kai always looked healthy and full of energy, but that night his face was ashen and lifeless." Songyun ran behind him crying hysterically. He kept shouting, "Don't leave me," over and over again. It was a horrible sight. How could a top star who had just celebrated the success of her latest movie be lying helpless on an ambulance stretcher? What was really going on behind the doors of the mansion? Our exclusive information reveals that before the shocking incident, Xui Kai and Songyun were enjoying a romantic dinner at Xui Kai's residence. "They looked very happy," said a catering staff member who had previously delivered food to Xui Kai's home. Xui Kai even gave a big tip and said it was a special night. No one would have guessed that a few hours later, that happiness would turn into utter panic when Xui Kai suddenly collapsed unconscious on the floor of his living room. Why did this incident happen? Does it have anything to do with the health rumors Xui Kai has been hiding from the public? Based on our investigation team's in-depth investigation, the dramatic events of that night began at around 10:30 p.m., when Xui Kai and Songyun were relaxing in the living room after enjoying dinner. According to a reliable source close to Xui's family, the actor suddenly complained of a severe headache before collapsing. Songyun, who was by his side at the time, immediately panicked and called emergency services. Songyun was really scared. She had never seen Xui Kai like that before, said the source, who requested anonymity. He kept holding Xui Kai's hand and trying to wake him up, but Xui Kai didn't respond at all. His face was pale and his breathing was very weak. That's when Songyun realized that the situation was very serious. An ambulance arrived at Xui Kai's residence in less than 10 minutes after Songyun's emergency call. The medical team immediately performed the first treatment on Xui Kai, who was still unconscious. Curious neighbors began to gather around the mansion, trying to find out what exactly happened to the handsome actor who has been known to have a healthy lifestyle and discipline in maintaining his health. "I saw Songyun coming out of the house with a pale face and puffy eyes. He looked very shaken," said Lin Wei, a neighbor who lives not far from Xui Kai's residence. "He didn't even have time to change his clothes and went straight into the ambulance with Xui Kai. I've never seen someone that pale and desperate before." While the medical team rushed Xui Kai to a nearby hospital, news of Xui Kai's condition began to spread quickly among fans and social media. Within minutes, the hashtags #pray for Xui Kai and #stay strong. Xui Kai instantly became trending topics on various social media platforms. Thousands of fans began filling social media with prayers and wishes for their idol's recovery. "We are all very worried and praying for Xui Kai's recovery. He is an inspiration to many, and we don't want to lose him," wrote one fan account with the name @XuiKaiForever on social media. The post received more than 100,000 likes and 50,000 comments in a short period of time, showing how much support and concern fans have for Xui Kai's health condition. Songyun, who has been rumored to be in a special relationship with Xui Kai, although both have always denied the rumors, was visibly devastated by this incident. Hours before the incident, Songyun had even posted a sunset photo on her social media with the caption, "A perfect night with someone special." No one would have guessed that happiness would turn into a nightmare a few hours later. Songyun almost fainted when she saw Xui Kai's condition, said a source at the scene. She kept crying and holding Xui Kai's hand all the way to the hospital. The medical staff had to calm her down for fear that her condition would also deteriorate due to the shock. Upon arrival at the hospital, Xui Kai was immediately taken to the emergency department for intensive treatment. Songyun, who was still in a state of shock, had to be supported by hospital security guards as she walked into the hospital building. Tears continued to flow down her beautiful face, but were now filled with worry and fear. "I've never seen Songyun that upset before," said a hospital staff member who witnessed their arrival. "She's usually very calm and always smiling in front of the camera, but that night she really seemed to have lost her zest for life. He kept asking the doctors if Xui Kai would be okay. While the team of doctors were trying to save Xui Kai's life, Xui Kai Entertainment's management finally issued an official statement about their artist's condition at around 1:30 a.m. In the statement, they confirmed that Xui Kai was indeed taken to the hospital for collapsing at his residence, but did not provide further details on the exact cause. We confirm that Xui Kai is currently receiving medical treatment after collapsing at his residence last night. A team of doctors is conducting a series of examinations to determine the exact cause. We ask that everyone refrain from spreading unverified information and respect the privacy of Xui Kai and his family at this difficult time. We will provide an official update as soon as possible. Thank you for the prayers and support from all fans, the statement read. The brief statement from Xui Kai's management has only led to more questions and speculation among fans and the media. Many suspected that Xui Kai's condition might be more serious than what was stated. Some media outlets even began to revisit old rumors about health problems that Xui Kai had experienced a few years ago. Xui Kai experienced extreme fatigue while filming the drama Eternal Love 3 years ago and had to be hospitalized for a week, wrote one well-known online media. But at that time, the management claimed that it was just ordinary fatigue and there was no serious health problem. Could there have been something hidden from the public all this time? Amidst the concerns and speculations, Songyun continued to faithfully wait at the hospital. According to eyewitnesses, he refused to even leave the hospital despite his manager and family persuading him to go home and rest. She chose to stay close to Xui Kai, showing how deeply she felt for the actor. Songyun looked very weak and tired, but she insisted on staying by Xui Kai's side, said one of the nurses on duty that night. She kept whispering in Xui Kai's ear, asking him to stay and come back. It was touching to see the love and loyalty she showed. At around 4:15 a.m., shocking news came from Xui Kai's treatment room. According to sources on site, Xui Kai finally regained consciousness and his condition began to stabilize. Songyun, who was by his side at the time, hugged him tightly and cried happily. The heartwarming moment was captured by one of the hospital staff, and although no photos were taken, the description of the moment was enough to make fans feel moved. When Xui Kai opened his eyes, the first thing he did was look for Songyun. As soon as he saw Songyun beside him, he immediately smiled weakly and clasped his hands. It was a very beautiful and touching moment, the source said. After Xui Kai regained consciousness, the team of doctors immediately conducted further examinations to find out the exact cause of his collapse. The results of the initial examination showed that Xui Kai was suffering from extreme fatigue and severe dehydration triggered by a very busy work schedule in the past few weeks. Xui Kai has been pushing his body beyond its limits, said a source from the hospital who requested anonymity. He barely rested in the past 2 weeks as he had to finish shooting his latest movie and attend various promotional events. His body finally rebelled and forced him to stop.